What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about Rebellion packs, and I'm going to ask a question that, let me first preface and say, none of this is financial advice, and nor am I going to provide any kind of data outside of the current price. I cannot back this up. It is more just a thought exercise, so please treat it as such. And again, not financial advice. I'm not telling you to do anything. I didn't tell you to do anything in the past, but let's go ahead and dive in. If we take a look at the price, or current price, I should say, of Rebellion packs on Hive Engine, as you can see here, it's $4.41. Estimated value is slightly lower than that. I think many people are selling Rebellion cards that they don't need, or just extras, or whatever the case is, to prepare for Conclave Arcana, as that presale is just around the corner. But you know, when thinking about Rebellion roughly 18 months ago and the presale that happened there, the question that's been kind of like eating away at me is, were Rebellion packs a good investment? And again, I'm not trying to harp so much on the financial investment side of this. This is not an investment or financial channel. I'm just trying to like Monday morning quarterback this and see how exactly it all played out. So here's the thing. If you could, at that point, have bought a Rebellion pack for 4,000 DEC when it first came out, right? As well as, or it was 4,000 DEC. I think there was some voucher play, but let's just make it simple. 4,000 DEC. DEC at PEG would mean that it's about $4. So from $4 then to $4.41 now is about a 10% gain. And in crypto gaming, 10% over 18 months, like, ew, like 10% over a year in the stock market is also kind of ew, right? Like nobody wants something that low. So if you just look at it through that lens, then sure, okay, 10% return, not that great. But there are so many other ways that we can look at this, and this is why I'm saying it's such a complex topic, because when you look when you consider when people bought and the potential rewards. So let's go all the way to the beginning, for example, right? Let's say you were someone that bought during the presale and you got the benefit of getting a Grim Bardoon Smith or a Mantaroth or both, right? Depending on how many packs you bought. Maybe some of them were guaranteed gold foil, right? And those have a decent value and have held a decent value along with a lot of the other Rebellion cards. So it's just like, okay, that's just the start. That's just the presale. Maybe you dumped them after the presale. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you put them on wagons. And I understand wagons were an extra cost. There was like 10,000 DEC or something like that for each wagon. So there would be a little bit of an extra cost. Again, I think it's marginal at this point that I'm not even going to count it. But if you did that, and you were receiving all kinds of airdrops in the form of legendary summoners and the legendary conflict airdrops. I think there were 3 that came before them. So 9 cards in total that came out. And you might have gotten like, you know, 1 copy, multiple copies, maybe gold foil copies. Again, the variables are too high, and it all depends on how much of an investment that you made. I'm sure there's a critical threshold where for some people, it was a no-brainer. Where that threshold exists, I don't know, right? Maybe some people who went heavy on on Rebellion can provide a little bit of context in the comments. But, you know, that's what I'm looking at. If you went heavy on the presale and kind of held all the way throughout, your packs are up 10%. You got a hell of a lot of airdrops, as well as the presale bonuses, as well as, you know, whatever else might have come through. I think that might have been it. Maybe you got the card design if you were in the top 6. Now, at least what we're looking at in terms of like Conclave Arcana, you get a lot of those benefits again. There's 2 cards that are going to be part of the presale promo. There are 9 airdrops planned as of right now. Again, all of this is subject to change. But there's also the leaderboard as well as raffle prizes. Not to mention, like, you know, there's black foil potential for some of this, where it's just like, you know, black foil arcane. Well, actually, I guess not for the promo cards, but I wonder how it'll work for the airdrops on the conflicts. They haven't really gotten to that yet, and I haven't really thought through, so I'm not going to think through it live here on the spot with you guys. So my point with this is I'm using, obviously, Rebellion and what happened with Rebellion as a proxy for Conclave Arcana to see if people could make that same kind of mental leap where it's like, you know what? If Conclave Arcana plays out the same way as Rebellion did, is it a no-brainer? I mean, I don't know. Again, this is an open-ended question here. I'm not coming to you with an answer. I'm saying that there was a lot of value given to those who had a significant amount of packs and bought them in the presale, held them all the way through. Hell, I mean, you could even look at it this way. This is what I was saying. Like, packs are $4.41 right now. I remember for Rebellion, during a lull period sometime last year, packs got as low as $3 maybe. And so now you're looking at almost like a 50% increase over the past 9 months, maybe 1 year. I think it's less than a year. 50% up in a year on packs isn't bad either. And if you bought them a year ago or sometime mid last year, then you probably still took advantage of some of the airdrops, right? Some of the conflicts. So again, this is what I'm trying to say. There's no clear cut and dry answer. I'm just saying that as we now head into the Conclave Arcana era, and the presale being just around the corner, my question is, how many people are going to look at that and say, okay, Rebellion was good, or Rebellion wasn't good, right? Rebellion was either good or bad, and I'm going to take action based off of that. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.